Clay, Joel, coming to you live on YouTube. 3, 2, 1. Game News Live.
Alrighty, and we're back. By the way, Clay, I don't know if you've noticed, but the claps are there. They're clapping for you. And us, of course. But why wouldn't they, right?
Naturally. I mean...
Yeah.
You. Stop it. No, come on, more. Come on.
Classic.
Hey, everybody. Happy Halloween. How about that? Hey, everybody. Welcome to Nerd Junkies Game News Live. I'm Clay. That's Joe. Wait, hold on. Which direction am I looking?
Wrong way.
There you go.
Yeah.
There's Joe.
Yeah.
There's Joe. And there's Mel.
Yes.
It's like I got my little screen up here, and I'm like, what do I? That one? Okay.
Alrighty.
Yeah.
Let's get on to the game releases and get those out of the way so we can get to the game news. Alright, I don't know if you guys have been noticing how many stars are actually in this next game, but this game, Little Hope, is definitely starting to look like it belongs in my collection here, because this looks amazing.
This game, I've been really pumped for this game ever since... so this is Supermassive Studios. They did Until Dawn, they did Hidden Agenda, and they also did the Man of Medan. Man of Medan is when they started this whole Dark Pictures anthology thing. Even when you beat Man of Medan, it even gave a teaser to this game ahead of time. They were like, hey, our next game is Little Hope. Look forward to it. Hidden Agenda was kind of a meh game, but Until Dawn and Man of Medan were both really good. I would recommend either of those games to anybody, and I'm definitely checking this one out. It's on my GameFly list. It is probably in transit to me right now. I hope it's here today. If not, it'll be here Monday.
Next up on the list, we have Pikmin 3 Deluxe. What's this about? I've actually never played a Pikmin. I'll be honest with you.
I haven't either.
Never have I.
Really?
I've never played one.
But all I hear is great things out of these games, and I'm just like, maybe I'm missing out.
So, I had a GameCube when the first one came out, and I just never got around to it. And then 2 came out, and it was a big thing. I've heard great things about this series. Mm-hmm. I've heard none. Everybody I know who plays these games loves them. I've never played them myself, and I'm sure there is a ton of Nintendo fanboys out there who are like, Clay, get on it right now. And it's like, one of these days I'll get to it. And then I'll say, you were right, this game's awesome.
Yeah. Especially because
this game sucks, you don't know what you're doing.
Especially because I don't know any of the backstory to any of it, right? So it's like, I don't know what the continuation is about. I don't know anything about these characters. All I know is that they're fighting their way out through some sort of...
You control these little seedling creatures in order to progress through levels and have battles.
Yeah.
It's like an RTS.
Or planned or something like that?
Something like that. It's like an RTS meets a puzzle game. I don't know, but I hear it's good.
Alrighty, next one on the list is Watch Dogs Legion. I've actually been waiting for this one, but
as have I.
But last time I checked on this one, that they were actually teasing Aiden Pierce. I think it was on this.
So that was at E3.
Oh yeah.
At E3 this year, they showed off hey, we're even going to include Aiden Pierce on this thing. And side note, nobody cares. Ubisoft, okay? Watch Dogs 1 sucked. Okay, I'm just going to put that out there. That game sucked. 2 was fantastic. 1 sucked. Aiden Pierce showed up in 2 also for 5 seconds in this one little stupid side mission. It had no effect on anything whatsoever. And then they're like, oh, we're going to put Aiden Pierce in Legion. Man, he's now in London. And it's like, who cares? Bring back Marcus, the guy from 2. That would be awesome because his character was great. That game was great. 1 sucked, 2 was awesome. And it's like, and supposedly the voice actor for Marcus wasn't even invited into Legion. So it's maybe future DLC, maybe he got in a fight with Ubisoft. I don't know, but...
Let's get on to the next one. This is our last one for game releases this week. We got Ghost Runner here.
Ghost Runner, this game looks awesome. There were preview videos for this a few months ago. It's a first-person platformer where you play as this kind of, basically Genji meets Gray Fox, Cyber Ninja kind of guy.
I like both those things.
Yeah, and so supposedly, from the videos I remember watching on this, it's a one-hit kill. So you die within 1 hit. So you kind of have to figure out a way to run through these levels while killing everything in your path.
And not getting and being super ninja, not getting a single hit, huh?
Exactly. But it looks awesome. I'm really excited to play this one. Just a side note, I think Watch Dogs Legion does look really good. I am excited to play it. It's on the list maybe in a month or so. But yeah, Ghost Runner looks badass.
Awesome.
There's a lot of people streaming it right now, and it looks cool.
Okay. Game news. All right, so this one, your Facebook account with Oculus. Who on the chats has an Oculus that they own? And obviously, you have to have a Facebook account to even play with the Oculus, right? There's no way around that.
That's going to be mandated here in the next couple months. At the moment, you can still use your Oculus account that you signed up with. They haven't mandated the Facebook account yet, but that's coming soon.
So that means that means if you own an Oculus VR, once that mandate goes through, you're going to be required to have a Facebook account, whether you want to have a page or friends or whatever or whatnot.
Yeah.
But if
you are... Yeah, go on. Sorry.
If you delete your Facebook account, now you don't have access to your Oculus VR games?
Yes. So, first off, most people were really pissed off about this whole, like, you have to have a Facebook account thing, because I know a lot of people who just want to play games. They don't like Facebook. They don't like social media. They don't like, Facebook is just pure evil anyway. So it's like, they don't want anything to do with Facebook. They just want to play the games. So Facebook came out and said, hey, we own Oculus. You're going to have a Facebook account. And that already pissed off a ton of people. And now they're saying, if you already have all these games, like you have an Oculus, whatever, like a Rift or, 2, and you have like, say 20 games in your library or something like that, and you're forced to have a Facebook account. And then you're like, Facebook sucks. Delete account. There goes all your games. They're gone. Everything is now tied to your Facebook account, similar to if you have like a Microsoft account or a PlayStation account. Your Facebook account now runs everything Facebook gaming, which includes Oculus.
Yeah. And I guess you can't really get pissed at this one, because it's like, if you unless you read the terms of service, you're going to be able to catch that. But it's just one of those things. It's just like, who reads the terms of service, right?
Why doesn't it read?
Yeah, so that kind of sucks. So just a heads up for you Oculus Rift fans. I'm pretty sure people are going to be pissed.
Jumping ship.
Yeah.
Jumping ship to HTC or to Valve Index.
Yeah. Which Mel, I think you have a Vive. You own a Vive, right?
Yes, I do.
Okay, and you prefer
I
that?
only use Steam. Yes.
Gotcha. All right, cool. Well, then that's it for the debacle that's gonna happen with Facebook and Oculus. Everybody was kind of afraid of this from the beginning. Remember that? And then they kind of called it.
So Palmer Luckey, the guy who owned, or the guy who created Oculus. Like if you remember way back when there was like a Kickstarter, it was a whole big thing, and then like who's your hero from id Software?
You mean...
God, we used to make fun of him all the time.
You mean Mr. Floating in the Air guy?
Floating in the air.
Yes.
Why can't I think of his name? Fuck. Okay. Anyway.
It's not John
CTO.
Romero.
No, it's not Romero. It's the... Why can I not think of his name?
Come on, man. Okay, no. We're not going to go ahead until he gets it. Here we go. Put him on the spot.
I can see his face, too. He's like a little pale white dude with glasses.
I am here.
Shoot, I can't think of the name either.
Here we go. Chats, who is it? Who is it, Chats?
I remember him.
That guy. Ultra Pixels.
Ultra Pixels. Mega textures.
John Carmack.
Damn, there you go. Yes. Bing, 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 bing.
John Carmack, he left id to go to Facebook, or to go to Oculus to be the CTO over there, and then Facebook came in. Palmer Luckey actually said, "Don't worry, at no point will you need a Facebook account to use Oculus." It was like a Twitter post. It was quoted. It was everything. It was like,
He was kind of right. I mean, you can put it on your face and not need a Facebook account. He was true. He was right.
You can. So Facebook announced earlier this week that they are now finally doing something with Facebook gaming. They've been talking about this for a while now, like back when they kind of bought Mixer out from under Microsoft, or not even bought it. They're partnering with Microsoft on Mixer now. They finally showed their hand at cloud gaming. And I know that's kind of like a big deal right now. You know, you've got your Stadia, and you've got your Game Pass, and you've got Luna, and I'm sure more are on the way because this is going to be a big thing. But Facebook Gaming finally came out with theirs. Personally, just thinking of this as a business sense, this is absolute genius. For the gamers out there, this is going to be nowhere close to being worth your time. But it's basically all those freebie games that you can get on your phone or web browser already. I think the prime example I'm giving right now is Asphalt. If you've ever played that on your phone, it was like a really early big Android game, and it's probably on iOS. You know, like all those like freebie microtransaction filled games that are like, these are what are now on Facebook's cloud gaming service. This is so if you're just on Facebook and you're browsing your timeline and your feed and all that crap, you can just be like, I want to play Asphalt, and click it, and boom, it's right there. It's cloud streamed, and you've got it. It's a free to play game. Similar to like what Apple and Google do on their storefronts, all the microtransactions for these games, 30% goes to Facebook. So they have literally done the bare minimum effort here to put cloud stream games on Facebook. It's like, no, we're not partnering with Ubisoft or EA or anybody like that. Like, this is going to be the freebie crap shovelware that you get on your phone already, but in a Facebook browser. So bare minimum effort, little to no effort on their end, but all they can do is now get 30% of microtransactions. So in a business sense, it's actually really smart of them, because they're going to say, yeah, we did no effort at all, and we're only going to make money off it. And it's like, I can't really argue with that.
Yeah.
Like, it actually works. Gaming wise, I mean, yeah, if you want to sit there and read Facebook and play free to play microtransaction filled crap games, more power to you.
Now let's move on to Nintendo. This one's actually pretty cool because I don't think in history there's ever been a time where they give you options. Nintendo giving you options, changing a game.
So Nintendo announced that they were going to be doing a patch for Mario 3D All-Stars. That's the one that just came out that has Mario 64, Sunshine, and Galaxy 1 in it. That enough people complained that they were going to be patching in an option to invert your controls or not into this game. And you might think, yeah, who cares, whatever. This is actually really big. And because Nintendo isn't the friendliest when it comes to options in their games. Some prime examples here. So Mario Sunshine, when that game first came out, it had only inverted camera control. So like, you're playing Mario, you hit your C stick to the left, it looks right. And you're like, wait, hold on, that's backwards. And you're like, that shouldn't be a thing. But everybody hated it, except like the super crazy Mario diehard enthusiasts. So then 3D All-Stars come out and they go, you know what, nobody liked inverted controls, we're gonna make them normal now. And then all the Sunshine fans were like, what are you doing? You just completely broke the game that we've been loving for the past 20 years. So Nintendo goes, why don't we just make it an option? And then everybody's happy. And they're not known for doing this. Like, I remember when Breath of the Wild came out, there was an option where you could change which button does your jump. And it was like, I've never seen this before. Like, Nintendo has lost their minds. Like, what's going on? Like, maybe this will open the door so Nintendo's not so closed-minded on how they release their games and allow people to actually customize them. Like, some people like subtitles. Some people need colorblind options. Some people want to adjust the sensitivity on a camera. You know, like, this could be a thing. And that's why I wanted to make note of it. Like, I hope this takes off. I hope Nintendo's Doug Bowser is clearly watching this right now. Okay, because naturally, it's us, right? Doug Bowser, this is a thing. Make it happen.
All right, ready to move on to the next one for Assassin's Creed on Netflix. It's
Ass Creed.
Ass Creed on Netflix.
Ass Creed. Okay, look. Netflix, you know, they'll just write a check to anybody, right? You know, like, hey, I want to make a show about glasses of water, and they'll be like, brilliant, give this guy $1 million to make that show right now.
Yeah.
Assassin's Creed, it's popular enough that this could go well. I think we all remember the stellar Assassin's Creed movie that came out like 5 years ago, which clearly shows that this property could easily translate into film.
Nope.
And then now there's a TV show based on this concept.
There's a
No?
film?
You don't remember that?
Nope.
Yeah. It was quite bad. um, one can only hope that this does better. So let's compare this to Resident Evil. You have all those just hot dumpster fire garbage movies. There's like 18 of them or something like that. And then you have Netflix making a show or 2 shows out of it. And it's like, one can only hope that these are better. I'm treating this with like, this is to me the same mind frame as like Assassin's Creed. The movie, dumpster fire, trash, kick it to the curb, never see it again. Maybe the show is actually okay.
I will say that Netflix has been killing it on some of the adaptation movies and shows. They have been doing pretty well.
We were talking about it earlier. I've only seen the first season, but I really did like what they did with Castlevania. I still haven't seen seasons 2 or 3 or whatever. And Mel, you brought up another one also, right? There was like another show that they did on a game. Wasn't it?
Searching database.
Loading.
Just The Witcher, Castlevania.
The Witcher, yeah, that was.
Yeah.
Was that Netflix?
Yes, that
HBO
was.
Max? Oh, okay.
No,
Chamo
that
says
was Netflix.
Dragon's Dogma.
Oh,
Was
that was another one I think they did.
Dragon's
maybe?
Dogma. That was a show?
I don't know. I don't recall it ever.
I don't
being a
even
show.
know.
Yeah.
The Witcher I still haven't seen, but I hear good things.
Yeah.
And I hear
It
bad
is
things.
very
so
good.
I'm kind of.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah, that's right. Michael Fassbender was the guy for the movie, right?
Fassbender was.
What the
Aguilar.
hell? That's how
Yeah, like-
unmemorable that thing was, because I don't recall ever remembering that actor in that movie until he just mentioned it.
The young
Nice.
version of Magneto.
Yeah, I saw it in theaters, and it was quite bad. It was.
Wow.
Yeah, it was not a good movie at all. I don't know why they thought it would be a thing. It wasn't. From what I hear, it lost money, so that's only good. Don't ever do that again. Ubisoft.
That's
Productions,
literally
whatever
the
you're
learning lesson for them, right? Is like when they lose
Yeah.
money, they're like, all right, that franchise is dead. Let somebody else pick it up later.
doing. Yeah, and then we'll just make licensing money and
Yeah.
royalties.
And you know what's crazy? I bet you anything that they go about their lives thinking it's like, oh, it wasn't our production company. It was literally the game. It didn't have a very strong fan base. That's what it was.
There are hundreds of millions of Assassin's Creed fans out there who saw that movie and were like, why? Why, Ubisoft? Resident Evil, why? Love the games. Why would you do that to me? Why would you make these?
You're gonna make Sailor Moon cry.
No more of angry.
Oh.
All right.
I don't know anything about Sailor Moon.
I just know a few of the characters, that's all.
Yeah.
All right. Speaking of sadness, let's talk about Cyberpunk, huh? Let's talk about all the plans. All the plans we made this next week.
Yeah, Cyberpunk. Joe, are you sad about this?
Not really, because
No.
I still haven't pre-ordered because I don't do pre-orders anymore.
Mel, are you like down in the dumps because of this delay here?
Just from being delayed, it's like makes me interested in it to possibly may actually pick it up when it eventually releases, because it may be really good.
So I have a feeling this game's going to be great. I thought this delay was really interesting because if you remember about 3 weeks ago or so, the game went gold.
Right.
And a lot of people, and that's what kind of threw everybody for a loop on this. If you pull up that Twitter update there, they actually say, we know there's going to be a lot of confusion because the game has gone gold and has been certified. That's an interesting thing. So they say, yeah, COVID, and we have to make it for like 18 different systems now, not just like a PC game. It's like PC and Xbone and Series X and PS4, PS5, and now Stadia. But since the game went gold, all this really means is that they're delaying it another 3 weeks because they have to fix the day one patch. That's really what this is. The game is certified. It's gold. That means when they do their testing on PC, on Xbox, on PlayStation, all that stuff, it's playable. You can put the disc in, or you can download it, and from start to end, you can beat the game. Now, it might be a buggy disaster of a game, but it's playable, and you can still beat the game. This delay here, after it's already been certified to have gone gold, it literally means that day one patch that everybody's so used to right now is going to be a lot bigger, because apparently they have a lot more to fix. And I thought that was kind of weird. So be prepared for one of those like Call of Duty day one patches.
They're at least addressing on it. So
at least what, Mel, is there?
I said at least they're addressing on it that there's going to be something wrong with it.
This sucks, but it's not that big of a deal for me. A delayed game is always better than one that's rushed out the door.
Mm-hmm.
So at
I
least
feel like somebody said that.
Nintendo said that.
Yeah.
Miyamoto, once he was quoted in saying that, he was like, a delay, and I don't have it, just paraphrasing it, it was like, a delayed game will always be better than a rushed game. And it was like, absolutely. Like, they're fixing problems so we don't see them on day one. That's good.
Yeah.
Like, I would rather have a more complete, finished game. Witcher 3 is a buggy, glitchy mess, even years later. I would rather not have that experience again with Cyberpunk 2077. That's just me. Oh, and by the way, with this delay, I don't know if you guys have seen this or not, this is just more proof that the internet is just the worst place ever. But yeah, like the Cyberpunk developers are like, as usual, they're getting death threats now because of this delay.
What the hell, man?
And it's like, what is wrong with you people?
For real.
You people. You internet. You people.
Pork chops, especially you.
Pork chops.
Just calm it down.
Jeez.
Down a notch. Yeah, it's like these internet people with their death threats. It's like, seriously, like when there was Laura Bailey, one of the voice actors in like Last of Us 2. Like, she was getting death threats because her character did something that people didn't like. When Brigitte was released in Overwatch and she became the main impetus for like the GOATS meta, her voice actress was getting death threats. And it's like, they're just actors. Like, they're just writing, they're just reading the script. That's it. And you're like, but Cyberpunk, these are a bunch of people who have been crunching for the past couple months, getting no sleep, working weekends, to get this game out the door for you to play, and you're threatening their lives now.
Shame. Shame.
Shame, Jay.
Shame.
Shame.
For the proper gaming community, we do not accept them.
Nope.
No.
Get out of my sight.
You are exempt from us.
Yeah.
We do not want you. We do not like you.
Yeah. Man, people do some really good work, man. Especially CD Projekt Red, and now this. It's just like, come on, guys. Give it a rest.
Well, publishers you can blame for like the asshole moves of the industry. Like, CD Projekt is the publisher for CD Projekt Red, who are the developers.
Mm-hmm.
It's the same company, but you kind of have like two different teams there, right? Like EA, Activision, Ubisoft, you can blame them for a lot of really bad things because they're usually the ones who like make all these publishing calls like, hey, no, rush it out the door, or you have only 6 months to make this huge ass game, things like that. The developers, they are literally code monkeys sitting in a room trying to get this game fixed. Don't blame them.
What's up?
I take offense to that, code monkeys.
Hey, you listen here. You get back to work.
Get back to work. Go.
You get back to work.
All right, next one up is I don't know if anybody's really like surprised or cares about this, but Uplay Plus becomes Ubisoft Plus and introduces beta with Stadia and Amazon Luna. So yeah, there you go. Now you have kind of a reason to go to Luna or Stadia, I guess. A little bit.
So, what's something that they didn't clarify in this news post here? So, Ubisoft Plus is going to be their new Uplay Plus thing. So it's kind of like EA Play or EA Play Plus, where it's like, here's a collection of Ubisoft games that you kind of subscribe to. So there's like a cheap plan and an expensive plan, depending on how new the games you want. And they say they're going to first partner with Luna. So if you remember on Amazon Luna, you kind of subscribe to channels. So you're going to say like, yeah, I want cloud gaming, but I want Ubisoft and I want EA. And then you subscribe to those as well, and then those games now become cloud streamable through Luna. Sounds cool. They said Ubisoft is going to partner with Luna first, and it's coming to Stadia second, but they never said what games are coming to Luna. So Ubisoft Plus on its own is, if you have the Uplay launcher on your computer, it's like Steam. Like you buy a game, you download it, you install it, and then you play it. They're basically saying all of these Ubisoft Plus games are now going to be cloud streamable through Luna, but they never said all games. So they said some Ubisoft titles will be, cloud streamable. And it's like, okay, well, if I'm paying for Luna and I'm paying for Ubisoft Plus, do I get everything? Do I get Watch Dogs Legion on day one? Or is that only downloadable through their launcher? Like, they haven't really clarified this yet. So I'm kind of waiting for that announcement. I'm not going to buy it anyway, because I only play like 2 Ubisoft games. but it's just interesting to see, like, is it going to be everything in the catalog or just some stuff?
Right.
So like, we don't know.
And Andre wants us to discuss about Anthem.
Oh yeah, there was a new article, but I didn't get to read it. I didn't post it because it was Anthem.
I thought it was going to be really interesting, and then I realized it was Anthem.
Nope.
All I see from it just looks like Destiny. I know that's basically the competitor for it.
It is.
Post it up.
I skimmed the article on this because I'm on BioWare's like email news blast thing because of my love of Mass Effect. But it's like something about a Javelin rework, and I was just like, Anthem, delete. I honestly didn't even look at this. I don't even know anybody who plays.
Holy crap! It looks exactly like Destiny.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Oh, what the hell?
This is their Destiny competitor, and the little I played of it in the alpha and the beta, it was okay, but it wasn't good enough to keep my attention.
I've played a good amount of Destiny 2, and it's just
It's a grind fest.
Yeah.
I mean, all right, fine. I'll be honest. I'm a Destiny fan, and Destiny's kind of like meh right now. So I'm just like, I might try something out new that if it looks like it, if it plays like it, then let's see what the differences are, and I'll give it another shot.
I will say this, for anybody who's played Anthem, then you'll probably agree with me on this. The game has really good movement. So like when you're in your Javelin and you're running around and killing things and all that stuff, it controls really well. Like you can switch from like running around and jumping to flying like really easily, and the flying controls are really intuitive. Aside from that, there's nothing to do. It's literally a looter shooter. You just kill things and then you get loot, and then you go, okay, now I'm going to wear this new helmet. Now let's go do that exact same thing 400 more times, and maybe this new helmet will become even better.
Well, that's Destiny.
And it's like, yeah, and honestly, Destiny never did it for me either.
Yeah,
so
I get it.
It's Destiny was kind of.
I'll be honest. The only real thing that I would just be like, Destiny would bring me back, is if they actually had like new monsters or new types of models for monsters and enemies, that it wasn't just always the same factions, right? Mm-hmm. Always the same, like the Taken and the Fallen and all this other stuff. And I'm just like, can you just give me a new race to just shoot in the head, or what?
Well, is the new expansion doing anything with that?
I mean, they kind of are, but they're a little bit like reskinned or shaders around them, and then they're just like different, right? So it's just like there's nothing really there.
The red guy is green now, and you're like, brand new.
That's all it is.
Yeah.
They're so creative.
Oh my goodness. Game of the year. Here we go. PlayStation VR. Who owns one? Who owns a PlayStation VR?
Pork Chops has one.
Pork Chops has one?
Pork Chops has one. Yeah.
Is it collecting dust, or is it thrown away?
Oh, it's totally collecting dust. Every time I'm at his house, I see it there, and it, just.
Yeah.
You can use this now? Okay. All right.
If you want to go to sleep, just put it on your face.
Yeah. Exactly. So this is just a PSA out there. Sony announced this little website here. It has a form you can fill out if you are a PlayStation VR owner. You key in your serial number in there, and they will send you an adapter that will let you use your PlayStation VR on the PS5. Out of the box, the PS5 is not compatible with it unless you have this. And the reason why, and I actually have props this time, this is the PlayStation camera. Pretty, right? You have to have one of these in order to use PSVR.
I thought that was a Kinect.
Because of Kinect in the Wii modes and all that stuff. These two little eyes here, they read the light bar that's on the front of the PlayStation VR mask or helmet or whatever they want to call it. And without the camera, they can't see any movement, and therefore all your head tracking is gone. So what the adapter that they're giving away, this is the cord on the PlayStation camera. See this plug? PS5 doesn't have one of these. It's literally like a USB adapter, male to female.
Looks like a display port plug.
Wait, hold on. That's just a USB Type A, isn't it?
Well, with like the little indents on the sides.
What the hell?
Yeah.
Who's making these proprietary cables?
It's Sony. What do you expect? They have
God,
proprietary
come
everything.
on.
So most likely it's just a little piece of plastic that is going to fit right on there and then into a USB slot on the back of the PS5. But if you want one for free, hit up that website. I don't know if we want to link it in the chat or anything like that. It's free. Just type in your serial number, whatever.
Yeah.
If you try to sell it later on, if you have the adapter, it might make it an easier sell. Who knows?
On the last part of our show, make sure you check out nerdjunkies.com. We're going to be posting this up tomorrow. And that's pretty much it. Mel, Clay, you guys got anything before I kill the stream?
Make sure you check out nerdjunkies.com/social for all links where you can get updated on everything we do.
Ooh.
Joel loves to put social media out. He does the Twitters.
The Twitters?
He does the Frinstas.
Frinstas?
He does the MySpaces. He does
Ah.
Google Plus.
That's dead.
You can hit him up on AIM. You can,
Just make sure you start every conversation with ASL.
question
Oh
mark.
no, not that one. No.
Chatterbait. He's got
No.
he's got a chatterbait.
You
He's got a nerdjunkies.com/chatterbait. We got
I also have an ICQ if anybody wants to hit me with that.
we got an ICQ going on. You can message us on that. Chat roulette.
Are we old?
Nah.
The rest of the world is too young.
Yeah.
I'm old. I'm okay with it.
Yeah.
I'm accepting it.
All right, let's get out of here.
Yeah. All I gotta say is be safe if you're going out for Halloween, and please wear a mask.
Yes, and not
Wear a mask over your mask.
Yes,
Mhm.
and not under here. Ah. All right,
Yes.
let's get out of here.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye. Deactivate.
They're like, how do we like Sailor Moon out of here? Do we like,
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
I can't do it. That's right.